Okay, students, good morning to all of you. So, in previous class, we are discussing about vectors and the two how to add two vectors geometrically we have discussed, and how to subtract two vectors also we discussed. Now, let us add two vectors mathematically. So, to add two vectors, any two vectors, three vectors, four vectors, or number of vectors, we should follow three laws, Nana. They are called as triangular law of vector addition. Second one is parallelogram law of vector addition. And third one is polygon law of vector addition. Okay? Yes. So first, let us discuss about triangular law. Triangular law of vector addition. Yes. What is this law? Students, whenever a law is there, means it is a statement after so many verifications. Means we should accept it and we should apply it for our problem solving. Okay, we should apply that law whenever we require. Okay, Nana? Yes. Now, what is the statement of this triangular law? Students, let us suppose if you are having two vectors, okay? And let us suppose this is a first vector. Let us suppose this vector is p bar, and every vector will have a tail and arrow headed. Yes, this is the first vector. Let us suppose. Okay, na? Now, let us suppose second vector is somewhat inclined like this. Let us suppose it is somewhat inclined like this. Q bar vector is somewhat inclined like this. This head is here and sorry, tail is here, head is here. Now we should add both of these. How to add, Nana? What to do? Which vector you are going to add? That vector bring the tail of the second vector and keep in contact with the head of first vector. And while you are doing this thing, you should not change the direction of that vector, but you can shift the position up, down, forward, backward, up, down. You can change the shift the position, but you should not change the inclination of that. It is like this, please. You should not make it like this. Okay, na? So if you add these two vectors, it will appears like this. The first vector p bar. Okay. Second vector, we should come in contact with this like this without changing its position. S. So this is the second vector. Q bar I am calling. Now, the resultant of these two vectors can be given by the closing side of a triangle. Let's suppose if you close these two vectors with one line like this. See this line. This we call it as resultant vector. Okay. So statement say if P bar and Q bar represent two sides of a triangle, then resultant of these two sides of a triangle can be given by closing side of the triangle, which is taken in opposite order to first two vectors. See, while you are taking the two vectors to add, two vectors should be taken in one particular order. Either should be in anti-clockwise sense or they should be in clockwise sense. See, I am taking them because this inclination is like this. I am taking these two in anti-clockwise sense like this. Okay? Yes, these two are in one particular order like this. P and Q. Now, the resultant should be the closing side of this triangle. And that too, it should be in opposite direction to these two vectors. These two vectors are like this. The closing side should be opposite to that. This should not be in same order like this. Third vector, if you take like this, it will not form a triangular law. This arrow mark should be that side. Then only it is called as triangular law. Got it? Clear? Means graphically, if there are two vectors are there, P bar and Q bar, like these two vectors are there. Now, what will be the resultant? Graphically, how to represent? Yes, if you take one line, and with the help of that line, if you are able to construct one triangle, yes, keep it here, that line. And that line vector addition direction should be in this direction, so that this gives you resultant, that is P bar plus Q bar. This statement. So statement how to state, Nana? If two vectors P bar and Q bar represent two sides of a triangle taken in one particular order, then resultant of these two triangles, what I am calling resultant of these two vectors can be given by the closing side of a triangle taken in opposite order to first two vectors. Statement. Now mathematically how to prove this? Resultant is that much. How to prove it mathematically? Let us prove this. Students, yes. Let us suppose this is the first vector P bar, and this is the second vector. Let us call it as Q bar. Okay, na? Yes, I'll write somewhat here. This is second vector. You call it as Q bar. Yes. Now, students, first you have to find what is the angle between these two vectors. Yes. So how to identify the angle? Students, angle should be between two vectors headed like this. This will be the angle. You should not consider this angle. You should not consider this angle. So if two vectors are there, what will be the angle between the two vectors? How to find? Angle should be between two initial point of the vectors. If the vector is not there here, extend it. You will get that angle. Are you getting what I am saying? Clear? Now two vectors are there like this, A bar and another one is B bar. Now let us suppose this angle is something 120 degrees given. Now what is the angle between A bar and B bar? Yes, this exterior angle only you should take. Good, Vijay. You should not take this 120 degrees. You should take this, how much it is? 60 degrees. No, total angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. In 180, if you subtract 120, you will get 60. Yes, 60 degrees is the angle between A bar and B bar vectors. Yes, exterior angle only you take between two vectors. Good. Okay. Yes. Now this is angle theta. Theta is the angle between these two vectors. Now we want resultant of these two. Yes. So let us close these two vectors with the help of a triangle S. This will be your resultant R bar. We need to find what is R bar value, how much, magnitude of R bar, how much. Mathematically we need to find. So to find this, what we have to do is, yes, students, let us construct one right angle triangle. See, from this point, let us give one name for this. OAB is a triangle. OAB is one triangle, Nana. I'll draw the diagram somewhat bigger so that you will understand. This is first vector P bar. Yes. This is second vector Q bar. Let us call OA is first vector, AB is second vector. Now we want resultant of this P bar and Q bar. Yes. Closing side you draw. This will be the resultant vector. That will be called as R bar. That is nothing but P bar plus Q bar according to vector law of addition. But mathematically, let us suppose here is the angle theta between the two vectors. P bar and Q bar angle is there. That is theta. Now, to find that R bar magnitude, just drop one perpendicular from B. Yes, one perpendicular I am drawing from B. And extend the first vector P bar in forward direction like this. These two will meet one particular point. Let us call this point is M. Let us call this point as M. Now, you see, AMB is one rectangle triangle. AMB is perpendicular triangle, right angle triangle. At what angle right angle is there? Yes, here 90 degrees angle is there. Okay, students, let us suppose this is something x. Let us call this is something y. Means what I am saying, let us suppose AM is equal to something x and BM is something y. Let us call. Let us suppose A to M distance is x, B to M distance is something y. Let us suppose. And however, we know O to A is P and A to B is Q. We know these two. Okay, na? Yes. Student, we want x value. Now, from this AMB right angle triangle, AMB is one right angle triangle. From this, take cos theta. What is cos theta, Nana? Cos theta is nothing but trigonometry. Yes, Manjunath, what is your doubt? Why you are raising hand? B by H. Yes, cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. For this theta, adjacent side is this. Okay, that is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side? Yes, cos theta is equal to adjacent side value how much, Nana? X upon hypotenuse value how much, Nana? Q. Value, right? Value Q. Okay, then what will be x, Nana? X can be written as Q times of cos theta. Means this x value we got. It is Q cos theta. Now we want y value. Again from this right angle triangle AMB, take sin theta. What is sin theta, Nana? Sin theta is nothing but opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Yes, sin theta is equal to, what is opposite side for this angle? It is BM. BM value how much? Y upon hypotenuse, again Q. Then what is y value, Nana? It is Q sin theta. Q sin theta. Yes, it is Q times of sin theta. Yes, we got x value and y value. Okay, okay na? Now we are having one perpendicular triangle again. Right angle triangle we are having now again. This is our right angle triangle, that is OMB. Can you see? Here A is there. OAM, this line. B, R. This is the resultant. Good, Shreya. Now, from O to A, distance how much, Nana? P bar or P. A to M distance how much, Nana? A to M distance is Q cos theta. Yes, right. Q cos theta. If you want vector, Q bar cos theta. B to M value how much, Nana? Q sin theta. If you want vector, Q bar sin theta. Okay, na? Clear? Yes. Now, see, it is one right angle triangle. Again, this right angle triangle. You want hypotenuse value. What to do? You know Pythagoras theorem. Apply Pythagoras theorem. What you will get, Nana? Yes. According to Pythagoras theorem, you will get hypotenuse square is equal to adjacent side square plus opposite side square. Correct? Yes. Hypotenuse is R for this right angle triangle. OMB triangle. Hypotenuse is R. So R square is equal to, yes, R square is equal to adjacent side total length. Adjacent side total length is P plus Q cos theta. Total is, this total is how much? This is P plus Q cos theta. Total is P plus Q cos theta. Let us write P plus Q cos theta. bar right whole square. This is adjacent side plus opposite side q sin theta. Q sin theta whole square bar if you want. Okay. Yes. Now what you will get? You will get r square is equal to, yes, it is in the form of a plus b whole square. This you call a, this total you call it as b. It is in the form of a plus b whole square. Define it, a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. Yes, a square p square plus b square q cos theta whole square plus 2ab, 2 times of pq cos theta. This is a plus b whole square over. Now q sin theta whole square, q square sin square theta. Yeah, students. So what you will get, Nana? You will get r square is equal to p square plus q square cos square theta plus 2pq cos theta plus q square sin square theta, Nana. Correct? Yes. So you will get r square is equal to p square plus, see here q square sin square theta cos square theta is there. Here q square sin square theta is there. Let's take q square common. You will get q square of, here what is there remaining? Cos square theta plus q square common. Here you are having sin square theta plus remaining term 2pq cos theta. Okay, and you know sin square theta plus cos square theta, trigonometric identity always 1. This total value together is 1. 1 into q square is q square. Let us write r square is equal to p square plus q square into 1 is q square plus 2pq cos theta. You want r? Yes. Resultant r can be written as square in that side. It will become under root. Okay. Yes. Square root it will become square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos of angle between the two vectors. Yes. This is the formula when you add two vectors which are making some angle theta between them. Okay, students? Yes. So this gives you resultant magnitude. Just value it will gives you. By using this triangular law, you are having the formula r is equal to root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. This gives you what? This total gives you magnitude of r bar. This is nothing but vector, resultant vector modulus. Means it will gives you only magnitude. But we want when two vectors are added together, again you should get vector. Means we should have a direction also. This resultant vector, in which direction it is, we want. Yes, we have to find the direction also. Yes, how to find? Students, let us suppose this is our first vector, p bar. Now, this is your resultant vector, r bar. Okay. Now, this resultant vector r bar, let us suppose it is making some angle alpha with first vector p bar. Let us suppose. Then what is that alpha? If you find, you can show that angle also. You can show the direction also. Yes. Let us find this angle also. Means this is alpha. Let us suppose. How much this alpha we need to find? Means what is the direction you will get? Means see, yes, first remember this value r is equal to root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Now I want this alpha. Students, you know one trigonometric ratio, that is tan theta. What is tan theta, Nana? Tan theta is nothing but opposite side divided by adjacent side, right? Yes. Now in the place of theta, alpha is there here. Okay, na? Yes. So tan alpha is what? Tan alpha is equal to opposite side. This is Bm, that is q sin theta. Yes, q sin theta upon adjacent side for this alpha, this total, that is p plus q cos theta. Yes, p plus q cos theta. You want only angle, then you can write alpha is equal to this tan, you should send that side, it will become tan inverse. Remember this point. If tan is there, that you send equal to that side, it will become tan inverse of q sin theta divided by p plus q cos theta. You must remember this. Means if two vectors p bar and q bar are added, which are making some angle theta between them, then resultant vector has a magnitude of root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, and that resultant vector is making some angle alpha which is equal to tan inverse of q sin theta by p plus q cos theta from first vector. From first vector, it is this much angle. Means we are defining, we are giving the direction to that, means it will become total vector. For magnitude, add direction, it will become vector. What is, students? This is according to triangular law. Okay, this derivation is important. Again, in a syllabus, when we will discuss chapter in physics syllabus, again I will explain you this important enough. Okay, yes. And how to use this, you need to remember. Students, let us discuss still more in depth about this one. Yes. Students, you got resultant vector of the two vectors is r is equal to under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Yes, theta is what? Theta is the angle between the two vectors. Yes. Now, let us, students, let us suppose the two vectors are parallel. One vector is like this p bar, and another vector is also like this q bar. What is the angle between them? Yes, angle between them is 0 degrees. What it will become? Just for p bar, just bring this tail and keep in contact with the head of first vector. This is q bar. So your total resultant will be p bar plus q bar. That's it. Okay. Substitute magnitude how much? This graphically magnitude how much? R is equal to root of p bar square plus q bar square plus 2pq cos of angle. Angle between these two how much? 0 degrees. Okay. Yes. So you will get root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 0 degrees is 1. 1 into pq, pq. 1 into 2pq, 2pq. Yes, you will get this. Again, this one we can write like this. P square plus q square plus 2pq is what? It is p plus q whole square. Do you know? Yes. A square plus b square plus 2ab is a plus b whole square. Okay, na? These are. This root of this square cancel out. You will get r is equal to what? P plus q. Yes. Graphically, what we got? Same. Mathematically also we got same. Just it will give the direction is like this. Okay, na? Students, imagine that when two vectors are there and the two vectors are in the same direction, collinear vectors, vectors which are lying in a same line. If they are added together, how to add? Simply add them. Vectors, just add them. You will get the resultant. Students, let us suppose if any one of the vector is in opposite direction like this, second vector is like this, then what will be the angle between them? Yes, angle between them will become 180 degrees. Correct? Yes. Now, graphically, how to add? Students, what to do? First, this is a vector p bar. Now, for this second vector, we should take negative vector. We should take a negative vector. How to take negative vector? Equal to the magnitude, but opposite in direction. How much length is there? That much length. Direction opposite. Then it is called as a negative vector of q. It is q means it is minus q. Now add them. You will get this is p bar. This is minus q bar. So resultant will be p plus minus q. Means nothing but p minus q. You will get. Are you getting? So if you want to subtract any vector, what you are doing is you are adding negative of that vector. That's it. Mathematically, how to find, sir? Yes, angle is 180 degrees. Here keep 180 degrees. Student, cos of 180 degrees, always value is minus 1. You should remember. Cos 0 is 1, cos 180 is minus 1. So here minus 1 if you keep, it will become minus. Correct? Minus into plus is minus. So it is in the form of p square plus q square minus 2pq. A square plus b square minus 2ab. It can be written as a minus b whole square. Yes, a minus b whole square. Square root to cancel. You will get p minus q. Yes, p minus q. You are getting? Means this result, whatever we have taken this, it is perfect. Now let us suppose two vectors are making something 60 degrees angle. Then what happens? Let us see. Let us suppose these are two vectors p and q, and angle between them is 60 degrees. Then what happened? Resultant will become root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 60. Yes. Root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 60 value how much, Nana? Cos 60 degrees is 1 by 2. Do you know? Do you remember that one? Yes. Means it is under root of p square plus q square plus p into q. This is the resultant. Students, sometimes you may get p is equal to q. Sometimes two vectors, equal vectors, making angle of 60 degrees. Then what will be the resultant? Two vectors are equal. P is equal to q. Means wherever q is there substitute p. What you will get? If p is equal to q, you will get resultant is equal to root of p square plus, in the place of q, substitute p. P square, in the place of q, substitute p, plus 2 times of p into, in the place of q, substitute p. If p is equal to q, both the vectors are equal, then what happened? Root of p square plus p square plus, this 2 is not there, no? The 2 is not there, no? It's pq only. Huh? P into p, again p square. So it is 3 times of p square under root. It will become root 3 times of p. P square will come out. So resultant will be root 3 times of one vector. You must remember this. Means directly you have to get answer. Means if any two vectors are given, two vectors magnitudes are equal, and they are making some angle 60 degrees between them, then what will be the resultant? Root 3 times of any one vector. It may be root 3 times of p or root 3 times of q. Got it? Students, understanding, no? Similarly, they may ask you if they are making 90 degrees angle, how much? If they are making 120 degrees angle, how much? Like this, they may ask you, Nana. So, mainly you should remember 90 degrees, 60 degrees, and 120 degrees. They are very important. Let us take 90 degrees. How much it is? Let us suppose theta is 90 degrees. Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Cos 90, 0, no? Yes. So, this is 0 means everything is 0. Means this total term is not there. Are you getting? Because cos 90 degrees is 0. Here you should keep 0. 0 into this is 0. Only these two things are there. Now if p is equal to q, you will get this. How much it is? This term is not there. P square plus p square. In the place of q, substitute p. You will get p square plus p square. It is root 2 times of p square. P square plus q square. P square plus p square. 2 times of p square. P square will come out as P from the root, and 2 will be there under root. Root 2 times of P. Clear? 90 degrees angle is there means this much. Yes, good, Kirti. Let us suppose 120 degrees angle is there between them. 120 degrees angle is there. Cos 120 how much, sir? Yes. Cos of 120 degrees. Do you remember? If not, do with the actual method. It can be written as cos of 90 plus 30. Whenever 90 is there means cos will become sin. 90 plus is the second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos is negative. So minus. Angle is 30 degrees. So minus sin 30 is 1 by 2. So cos of 120 is minus 1 by 2. If you remember, it will save your time. Otherwise, you should do like this. So cos 120 is minus 1 by 2. Substitute here, you will get under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq into minus 1 by 2. This cancel. Plus into minus pq. Now if p is equal to q, two vectors are equal in magnitude and they are making 120 degrees angle, then you will get under root of p square plus p square minus p into p. Means it is under root of p square plus p square minus p square. This cancel. You will get root p square. It is nothing but p. Yes, very important result. Very important result. When two equal vectors are making 120 degrees angle between them, then resultant of that is equal to any one vector. Any one vector. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Are you understanding, students? Shreya, once you take, sorry, Shreya Kohli. All points are very important. You must remember these all points so that you can save your time while solving objective problems. NEET aspirants, mainly NEET students, on this vectors chapter, one question, definitely question will be there. Yes, formula once again. Yes, this is the formula. Here you can see on board. Students, yes, this is the formula. Root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. This is the formula. Fix it by heart. Two vectors are there and there is some angle theta between them. Formula what? To get the magnitude of resultant vector. Root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta under root it is. Okay? Yeah. So remaining topics let us discuss in next class now. Okay, students. So point wise you write. Sorry, Kirti. If vectors are equal, formula is what? If vectors are equal, formula F. If vectors are equal, formula see. If P is equal to Q, formula R is equal to root of. Imagine in the place of Q, substitute P. P square plus 2P into P cos theta. Root of P square plus 2P square cos theta. Yes, right, important. Otherwise, PDF copy I have sent no that you read. Yeah, you will get P square plus P square, 2P square plus 2P square cos theta. Okay, na? See, students, still what we will get? Yes, still one short formula we will get. R is equal to under root of 2P square here also is there, 2P square here also is there. We can take 2P square common, which is under root only again. Here 2P square taken means 1 will be there. Plus here 2P square taken means cos theta will be there. Students, one important formula, 1 plus cos theta can be written as 2 cos square theta by 2. Very important formula. You must remember this. 1 plus cos theta value how much? 2 cos square theta by 2. And 1 minus cos theta is there, means you can write 2 sin square theta by 2. Remember these two. So substitute here, you will get r is equal to under root of 2p square into 1 plus cos theta, 2 cos square theta by 2. Yes, students, here 2 is there, here 2 is there. You can take 1, 2 out of root. P square, take out of root. Cos square, take out of root. And two vectors are equal and making angle theta between them. Resultant vector will be 2p cos theta by 2. Now you check all your previous results. Let us suppose 60 degrees angle is there. How much you got? 60 degrees angle is there. How much you got, Nana? Theta is equal to 60 degrees is there. You got r is equal to root